Very
Yeah, it makes so much room for stuff. Those trips are really hard to plan. Yeah, it's not a lot of choice in a matter of when it is. It's when you can get on a ship and when you can be in a room.
You see the ship?
Yes, the first part is flying there, then we go down to
It's very
the
little.
train and buses and a riverboat in part of it, and then we get on a cruise like next Thursday. Along from Anchorage.
It's okay. There's a button for that too. So.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I've been in Hall Glacier.
I'm like, super small crates.
Unreal.
Very fun.
Is it whale season?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, she did.
I drove to the experience. They
It's not
really
like a whole bike.
Mexico
That's
spring,
but I do so.
yeah. I said, well, what is this thing?
So I'm like, oh yeah,
And she's like, oh, yeah.
Actually, they held the first conversation.
Shelter.
It lasted 37 minutes, and they used the AI algorithm to essentially interpolate it.
I
And then put it back to them.
Yeah.
Oh my.
That's cool.
That is so.
Yeah.
That's another.
That's just like makes you guys think where What's next?
It was, I mean, it's really cool on its face. It was also
Like
kind
it's
of,
been around my life, but I'm like, oh
it's
yeah.
kind of like an awkward
Yeah.
first meeting. Just a lot of interaction.
What are we talking about?
Like, yeah.
Like a first date?
I think a whale mostly is, yeah, right? Like a first date.
We have nothing in common. We don't even speak the same language.
I just think it's pretty
Oh,
cool.
really?
Someday soon we'll probably be able to actually communicate. Some of them go for 200 years.
Real.
Yeah. Right?
That's good. That's good. Oh, good.
Usually you're so punctual. I know. Time gets away from you on a Wednesday, right?
Oh, not for.
I was panicking all week long, Monday, Tuesday, I'm like, did I miss it? Did I miss it? But other days, right?
I had the date right, but the day wrong. I thought it was Thursday.
I think Thursday was.
I did the big boy thing and actually check the calendar, which I don't do very often.
I had to check it every day. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Getting excited yet?
Yeah. Very. I haven't figured out how to stay awake yet.
Yeah.
The whole time.
She hasn't quit smiling since she came in the room.
Yeah.
Are you leaving
I need
tomorrow?
Oh, Saturday. Yeah. No, I gotta get the minutes posted.
The sun will do it for you. The sun will do it for you.
Yeah, that's what you said. I'll stay awake naturally because the sun's up.
Yeah, it's,
Just don't shut the shades.
yeah.
Stay outside.
Well, it's just weird when it's midnight and the sun's still
Yeah, it's
up.
still light.
And, yeah.
Yeah, it said the sun goes down at like 1 in the morning
And,
and then it comes back up at like 4.
but it doesn't really. I mean, it's like.
Yeah, it says like, it shows a picture of the dark, but it's like half moon.
Right.
So like, it's only half dark.
Yeah.
Dusk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you taking one of those sleep masks?
No, I want to stay awake. I don't want to miss 1 second.
Are you fishing or?
Well, we fly into Fairbanks and then we come down in like a 360 glass train, a riverboat, and then some busing through there. And then we get to Anchorage and get on a cruise ship and then we make stops for a week on there. But yeah, one day I want to go fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess there's like game fishing stands where you can just go and get a fishing pole and a day license and just go on your own.
The
Tricks
fishing,
are very hard.
the fishing charter people will, like if
Oh,
you
yeah,
do
they'll-
ocean, yeah, they'll just do it, yeah,
They'll let me know where I can go.
right.
I would just be stoked about the whale watching.
I know.
Right, whale.
Yeah,
Oh, wow, right?
yes. Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Does he have us live on the Zoom already?
Yeah, we're ready to roll.
Yeah, I'm not anticipating anybody else joining. I'll give it 1 minute just to be safe.
What, nobody wants to come to budget hearings?
You don't know the rules.
Huh?
No,
No.
I think you maybe see numbers, but that's it.
Assume everyone.
Yeah.
There's just
Everyone that's not here is there.
People that watch.
I was gonna say that it's more than I ever honestly thought.
That's great. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it.
I mean, we're not gonna start getting royalties from YouTube or anything, but.
And I do get texts occasionally, yourself that.
Do you know the numbers? Or can
You
you-
can, after it posts, you can see how many people watch it live, how many views there been,
Oh,
and it's in the hundreds.
sure,
But.
So,
yeah,
I think we amped it up.
Is it a new one?
Well, this isn't the original one, but then, yeah, the next plan should really,
Yeah, they're gonna put, oh, you weren't here last.
yeah, we're gonna try to relocate.
They're gonna get better equipment. It's built in, so.
it's kind of like City Hall and stuff.
Band?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, should we get going? All right, we'll call our meeting to order tonight. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So the first item on our agenda tonight is approval of the minutes for the meeting held on June 8th, 2026.
I'll make the motion.
Second?
All right, we have a first by Matt and a second by Angie. All those in favor of approving the minutes from our last meeting, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. All right, next item is to approve our agenda for our budget hearing tonight. Mr. Bailey, do we have any changes to the agenda?
No changes.
All right, do we have a motion to approve the agenda as presented?
So,
I'll second.
Wait, we have a first by Jason and a second by Karen. All those in favor of approving the agenda, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. All right, next item is our consent agenda for fiscal year 26, which includes end of year claims, authorization to transfer from capital outlay to general fund and supplemental budget. Are there any questions? I don't have anything personally. Do you have anything to add, Kim?
No, we just were transferring a lot less than we had budgeted. And that was great news. 375,000 versus 600,000. Reason being, included interest, the higher interest that we accrued over the year, with that reinvestment of the funds. And then, we were under on our expenditures. We were at 92% instead of like 96 is usually where we're at. So we were at 92, which is great. Way to go, everybody.
I like it.
If there's no other discussion, is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I'll make the motion.
Second?
All right, we have Matt with our first, Angie with our second. All those in favor of approving the consent agenda, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. All right, our budget hearing for this evening is the next item on the agenda.
Actually, we can be in your packet, but.
Whoops.
They are duplicate because it's in the back end extra. So keep going for writing, I guess. Biggest thing that we can look at is our interest earned in general fund. You will see that that has changed drastically over the course of the last couple months. You guys motioned to transfer that interest from all of the funds. So now we'll be making 145,000 estimated. That's pretty conservative. It could be more. With our capital outlay fund being healthier this year, not having a giant roof project like we did last year, almost 2 million. We should have more funds in our savings where we would accrue interest faster. So that's a big change. Another big change to look at, which is legislative related, you guys are aware of it, but the taxes are way down because they are going to supplement with state aid due to the new tax levy and the property tax relief, and they're supplementing with sales tax. So that's another big piece. All things that we've talked about, nothing in here is different or surprising. Do you have any questions on what we've pulled together? We've talked a lot about it. And then capital outlay plan, you'll see that's been updated. 5-year capital outlay plan. We kind of eliminated those things that didn't really make sense. We weren't really doing them. We specified exactly what we were doing. We cleaned that up. That was a request of you guys last year. So now it makes sense and is clean and it's actually what we're doing.
I was going to say, I like the format.
Good.
I did have one question coming.
Yeah.
So, on the roofing project, do phase 1 or roof C next year. As a function of the original quote from Tremco, the numbers don't line up great. And I know that, you know, when you do project split 2, you mobilize twice and you do those things twice. I guess my question is this, kind of a 2-part piece. Does the money make sense if we're talking about only 4 years? Would it make sense to do it all up front? And is that, I guess, part 2 of that question is that something that's even feasible? I don't know. I don't totally understand like how, I know we have to provide a balanced budget, but I don't know how strict it is. Like, is that something that we can change if we find that that's the way to go?
Yeah.
Or,
I would say if you do all of the roof projects and you try anything you want, all of them at one time, I would recommend going more certificate route than taking out your capital outlay because you are going to deplete it.
Sure.
And then you will have nothing.
What? Yeah, I get it. I
To
mean,
pay
yes.
an insurance claim if you ever had with our new wind and hail restrictions there. That makes me a little nervous to take out of your reserves too much.
I'm totally with you on that
Yeah.
piece. I guess my question is I think you answered the first part of it. That's
Okay.
what I wanted you to. My question is projecting forward. I don't know how strict our presented budget has to be, the one that we give to the state or whatever.
Oh.
Like, would it make sense to budget for the bigger project and scale back to give us time to explore whether or not?
I mean, a budget is just a plan. You can change the plan.
Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah, it's not like you're.
I didn't know how much
locked
oversight
in.
from the state that
If you,
was going.
that
Going on.
motion where we just, did supplemental budget.
Yeah.
That's where you would do that in at the end of that year.
Okay.
You would supplement your budget and basically you would be using from your cash reserves. Or whatever. that you would be doing. Yeah, certificates, you were taking out a certificate or whatever, so.
I guess that was
Yeah,
just-
you're not locked into,
I knew we weren't, I just didn't know if there was like a number threshold where
oh,
they start yelling at you if your supplemental budget is suddenly $1 million more than you budgeted for.
no, not
I didn't
necessarily.
know if that would, okay.
No, the biggest thing is, then you're just poor, you know?
Yeah.
No, I'm with that. I just,
Let's take it
poor in the short term, but maybe save
Right.
$500,000 in the long term. But I've just made those numbers up.
Yeah,
That is what I was getting at. I didn't know
With our-
how strict it was.
With our plan of accruing interest, I would very much caution taking out too much of your capital outlay and then not accruing interest, because that is how we gave raises this year. And so you do not want to dabble into that a whole heck of a lot to take out and deplete yourself, because then you're not gonna gain interest, which is what's helping pay staff right now.
No, yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
And the
So
how
you
to
definitely
pay
go
for it.
certificate versus too much on your capital.
The how to pay for it is everything. I just wasn't clear on
No, you can plan that.
if there was a
And change
limit
it.
at some point where they're like, no, you can't
Yeah,
supplement after X dollars or something. Okay.
Yeah, I agree with Kim's plan, and so, when we pour in, because we have three buildings, and we have some aging boilers and things like that, we're one bad day away from the boiler going down, and those are not cheap, so.
Yeah.
If we would, we look at certificates,
Yeah.
and then, the two, but kudos to her for her budgeting, the thing she did with the lesser amount being transferred.
Yeah.
That does free up a little cash on hand, potentially for a rainy day emergency or something like that, so. It's a really good question, a good point, because they do stick it to you when it comes to mobilization costs, so.
Just, this is not related to that question, but I know you told us this number of months before, but the interest during the change what is it roughly? It went up, how much?
the interest that we are earning.
Yeah. like
It
80.
was like probably 10,000 and now it's 146,000.
It's way more than 80 grand.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah, for sure.
That's wicked.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
it was a big one. And I check it every once in a while and chat with banks. We do.
And that part of the
Where's best
money,
there?
it's my first meeting. Now with the legislative change, we can also use capital outlay funds to cover our property.
And we are doing that as well this year. Yep. Thank you for bringing that up. Yeah, we also discussed that and that's in here as well. Yep.
And that went a large part
It
to
did.
our
That was-
raise in teacher pay, so we
Yeah, that
got,
was another 100,000, 120,000.
yeah.
Yeah, so collectively it was almost 300,000 that we were able to put to teacher salaries.
Because when you're negotiating, it's typically salaries or not, like it's how do you want to split it up? So,
And if you can't do that, it's words.
yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Any other questions?
No, just big kudos to you for all of that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm excited.
Anything else to talk about or present, Kim?
Nope, that's it.
All right. So we need to approve that, then, correct?
Yeah.
That's down in the new business part, correct?
It's down in new business, but you do, yep, later.
Okay.
You get time to digest it.
All right, next item on our agenda tonight is the consent agenda for fiscal year 27, monthly claims financial reports. Are there any questions or discussion about that section of this agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second?
All right, Matt with the first, Angie with the second. All those in favor of approving the fiscal year 2027 consent agenda, please say aye. All opposed, same sign. Okay, motion carries. All right, on to new business. Got time to digest it. Item 8A is approval of the 2026-2027 budget.
I'll move to approve.
Second?
All right, we have Jason with the first and Kieran with the second. All those in favor of approving the 2026-2027 budget, please say aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. All right, item 8B, approval of the 2026 to 2027 tax request.
Yeah, so we are planning to levy at the max in all funds. And we do have that elementary bond, so I just project what we're gonna have for payments, subtract out what we're gonna have for unpaid taxes, and then that's where we get that dollar amount. So that's our need for that. You can see the levy that's dropped for general fund. It's 669 in owner occupied.
And what was it previously?
1.54 or something. It's like half. little over half, less.
We need the state to hold up their end of the bargain.
Mm-hmm,
Yep.
agreed.
Yeah, like they ever have.
Hold your breath.
All right. Unless there's any other discussion, is there a motion to approve the 2026 through 2027 tax request?
Make a motion to approve.
Second. All right, Karen with the first and Jason with the second. All those in favor of approving the 2026, 2027 tax request, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. With that, for our budget hearing, we just need a motion to adjourn.
I will move to adjourn. Second.
First with Angie, second with Karen. All those in favor of adjourning our meeting at 7:13 PM, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We are adjourned. All right, Joel, this next one's on you to start.
All right, are we ready to roll? All right, I will call the meeting to order. Welcome, everybody. We'll start with the approval of the reorganizational meeting agenda. One change, one addition. We are adding agenda item under new business. This will be agenda item 9F, Orthopedic Institute contract. All right, with that, no other additions, can I get a motion to approve the agenda?
Make a motion to approve. Second.
All right. Karen on the first, Angie on the second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, moving on, Kim, you will now issue the oath of office to our elected member, Angie Paper.
All right, I'm going to read your oath of office, and I just need you to agree. Do you solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of South Dakota, and that you will faithfully and impartially perform your duties as a member of the school board of the Dell Rapids School District, Minnehaha and Moody Counties, South Dakota, to the best of your ability and in accordance with the laws now in effect and hereafter to be enacted during your continuance in said office and until your successor is elected and qualified?
Did you just add that last part? I don't know.
I did not. It is exactly the same.
Until
Here's your
death.
certificate. The last part.
No, just like a formal replacement, it's fine.
Yeah. Has to make sure that
Or you move out of district.
Or you move. Yeah, I guess.
I've just gotta move a quarter mile.
All right, so moving on to agenda item number 4, organization of the school board. With that is the election of officers, president and vice president. I will call for nominations of board presidents.
Yeah, so I'd like to continue to see us rotate through leadership positions and committee positions until we've all done it all, learned it all, and experienced it all. This will kind of like we did last year. I'm gonna nominate Angie to move up from vice president to president. That's my logic. I think she'll do a good job. I appreciate everything Jared has done, and thanks for your willingness to do it. But I think the more we move around, the more experience we get until we've all done it, I think the better position we'll be in as a board, so.
We have a motion on the floor by Jason for Andy to serve as the board president. Do we have a second?
I second.
We have a motion on a second and a second for Andy Paper as board president. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right.
Can we do roll call?
Any names? Yeah, I'm hearing their voices.
I would like to make another nomination.
Okay, we have a,
So,
Okay.
I guess I'd like to nominate Jared for the president. I agree with what you're saying in spirit, kind of. I guess my thought is consistency in a world that's inconsistent right now with our admin leadership. I think having the same president for 2 years in a row is not a bad thing. I mean, basically Jared's been through it before, so kind of help Bailey get feet wet, that kind of stuff. So, I mean, I guess that's my opinion. I personally, I mean, I have been the president in the past, been vice president. It really is no different, or it's very little difference. The difference is the relationship between the president and the superintendent is a little bit different when you're the president versus a board member. So basically, I think in a year of a new superintendent and other new administration, it's going to help keep things more consistent. So I guess that's my opinion. I think next year, then if you want to rotate, it makes more sense with a more consistent administration. But so I'd like to nominate Jared.
Okay, you guys are really testing my Robert Rules of Order. We talked about this.
We did.
I was not in FFA.
I was
Parliamentary
social.
procedure is not real strong. So we have a motion on a substitute motion from Matt or Jared as the board president. Do we have a second?
I'll second. I think it should go to vote.
Okay, we have a second. Now again,
Now they should vote.
Now, for the first motion of Angie Caper serving as the board president, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
May I ask a question before we do that?
Yes.
Because there's 2 of us that have been nominated. Do we rescind from voting at all, or how does that work?
That was gonna be my question as well.
You vote.
We vote.
I'm pretty sure you can vote for yourself.
Yes, you can vote, and you can vote for yourself. You don't have to vote for yourself.
Do we want to do a roll call? To simplify.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so all those in favor of Angie assuming the position of board president, we will vote on roll call vote, either aye or nay.
Nay.
Aye. Nay.
Aye.
Okay, so we have 3 ayes, 2 nays,
Yeah,
and
so then there's no sense in voting.
there we go. Now with that, Angie, you will take
Yeah,
over
motion
as
carries.
the chair, and the meeting is yours.
Okay. So then I guess, now we need to elect a new vice president. And so I would entertain a motion to nominate someone for vice president.
I would nominate Jason.
For a second?
I'll second.
We got a first from Karen, second from Jared. Are there any other nominations that anybody would like to bring forward? Seeing none, and just go all in favor then, right? Jason as vice president, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay.
I'm gonna abstain, it's all the same.
Motion
I think this is
passes.
my first abstention.
So Jason will be the new vice president. All right, moving on. The organization of the school board. 5, item A, designation of banks as depositories for funds of the district.
No changes there. First Interstate Bank houses the district funds, First National Bank is the custodial fund, and US Bank is our debt services.
Okay, and do we have to make a motion on each one of these as we go, or do we do them all as a whole?
They're all in one motion,
Okay,
A through E.
So move on to B, the designation of an official newspaper,
Dell City Journal.
no change. Establish dates, times, and place as designated board meetings. Do we want to keep 7:00, second Monday of the month?
That'll be my
Unless
preference.
there are issues with that, we can evaluate from meeting to meeting, but keep it the same as it was last year. Okay.
And the place, are we gonna, how soon are we looking to?
Don't know, so I would just keep it
Okay.
here until you know.
I think he said we'll be ready by August.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Well, that'd be great. Do you know the room number?
All
I can
right.
look really
No,
quick.
I'll write it down.
Okay,
Yeah,
It's the one we've been talking about.
yeah.
the new place, we'll just call it.
All right, so that's gonna remain second Monday of the month at 7 PM. And place here until it's not. And then authorize compensation for school board members. I know last year, do you wanna go over,
We're currently 100.
and
We increased last year.
we increased to 100 last year, and I don't even remember what.
There's like a new law about, that was last year though, of the range, and you're like right in the middle.
Anybody have thoughts on leaving it the same? I guess my opinion is I'm fine with that, but does anybody have different opinions on?
I think it should be the same.
100's fair when you have a half-hour meeting versus a 2-hour meeting, it kind of washes out.
Nobody has, okay, all right, I'll move on. And then we need to name an official delegate and alternate for the annual ASBSD delegate assembly.
Was that you this last year?
I did that the last 2 years, yes.
When is it?
Usually in December.
It seems like it falls about the same week as state volleyball.
Not an issue
They
anymore.
have that meeting out here. Lasted, I don't know, an hour and a half, the
Okay.
last time I was there. So,
I guess I would be willing to be the ASBS delegate for this year.
sure. Okay. That being said, I think we are okay to go ahead and,
And an alternate.
oh, yep, alternate suggestions. Anybody want to volunteer to be an alternate?
I can do it since Jerry bit the bullet for me. I can stand in as a stunt double if you need to.
All right. All right, so I will entertain a motion then to approve 5A through E, organization of the school board.
May I ask a question? Do we want to address the other committees now or do we do those later?
That's down
further down.
90.
Is it?
Yep.
Yes, 90.
Oh, my apologies. See, more to jump around. Okay.
Cool.
I'll make a motion to approve 5A through E.
Also,
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes. And the next item on the agenda, are there any persons wishing to address the school board?
So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Amanda Rose, and most of you guys in the room. I'd like to take a couple of minutes to make a few comments. Bear with me on why I'm nervous, because I know all of you guys, but I am. I'd like to make a few comments and ask for the board's consideration at this time of transition from one school year to the next, as well as one administration to the next. Our school is going under some pretty drastic changes just by getting the new administration, as we did just a few short years ago when we replaced many of our school board members. First of all, I want to thank you guys for all you do for our school and our kids. I'm in a unique situation where I'm not a full-time staff member, but I do see the school from the inside. I'm also a parent in the district, as many of you know as well. I know firsthand how hard it can be to address difficult situations and change, and believe that you guys are all doing a great job. I want to preface my second reason for being here as not an attack, but more an awareness now that we have a lot of fresh faces here. There's a lack of policies to reference when it comes to our academics in our districts. As a parent, it is very difficult for me to assist my child when there is no official policy regarding taking more classes other than our graduation requirements. A clear set of policies allows for a solid structure to build on versus general practices that have left things unsure and shaky at times. Clear-cut direction is the only way to go. With my second statement, that is where I'm here today, is like I said, to ask the board to prioritize reviewing policies regarding our educational offerings this year. I know each year we survey the kids, we ask what type of classes they want to take, and we look into offering some of those types of classes. Well, this is a great thing, offering classes that the kids want to take, but I think we're forgetting about classes the kids need to take. I know that the number one requested class is home ec style class again. Did you know that we don't even have a classroom in our building any longer that can facilitate a home ec classroom? During COVID, we remodeled and got rid of all of those kitchens. So we can't even facilitate a class that kids really want to have here. I don't know if you were aware of that or not, because I've heard you guys mention that it's something we should look into, but that's kind of a side note, just got a little distracted. My main reason for speaking here today is that did you know to be admitted into the nursing program at University of Iowa, you have to take high school physics. The only high school physics that we offer is online through MSU, and my daughter may not be admitted to her dream college because she can't take that class in our school though. It's Iowa, it's not Yale or Harvard. Did you know that to set yourself apart from high-achieving kids for scholarships offered outside of our state and city limits, that AP classes matter? We only have one option, even though our strategic plan says we have two. I don't know what the second one is, but I know the one option that we do have. Did you know that while it is great we now offer dual credit biology class in-house, that it only counts as the most basic biology class you can take? So for most kids who want anything to do with the medical field, it's not good enough, it's just an elective. It wasn't disclosed to students that were interested in the medical field that it was only an elective class for college, not in place of the bio they would need to take. Also, why are we forcing kids to take speech as sophomores, but then the number one recommended dual credit class to those kids is speech? It's a waste to have to take double speech. It's a dual credit for a reason. It shouldn't count as both the high school level speech and the college level. I know all kids won't take it as dual credit, but make that a junior class, that just like dual credit English, the kids that want the dual credit option, do that. Those that don't or don't qualify, take it from our staff. If we had clear-cut policies in place, kids and parents that help them lay out their education would be able to set up a strong plan instead of just going year by year and then scrambling when they're seniors like my family's had to do. When we went from block scheduling to period scheduling, these kids lost 3 or more classes over the course of their education from DRHS. Then you add in that they're doubling up by having to take regular bio and dual credit bio, and the same with speech. When they're juniors, they have to take US history. We let them choose to take it from Mr. Schulte or Mr. Firstall. Why don't we do that with all of our dual credit classes? Why don't they count for both dual credit? This spring, I worked with Dr. DeBoer on a policy that I believe will be approved at the August meeting as part of the handbook regarding the valedictorian practice that was unfair to our students. At the time I approached him, it was really all we could get done in his remaining time. He explained to me that since it was most important to me because so many students in the past were unjustly cheated of their role as valedictorian, I didn't want that to continue. Now I'm asking you as the board and whoever may sit on the policy committee going forward to consider academics when reviewing our handbooks. Did you know that out of our 67-page handbook that we currently have in place for the 25-26 school year, that only 7 pages address academics, the rest are behavior issues. The majority of the rest of the handbook covers those behavior actions that we would take. Perhaps we wouldn't have as many behaviors, and very likely our test scores that we hear so much about would begin to rise if we focused on a thorough education of our kids and not just what they want their education to be. I'm not against still having electives and allowing kids to choose a path, but I think we've deviated from the path that helps our upper level kids succeed with just as many ways as we have spent so much time focusing on making sure we don't leave behind stragglers, which I'm not suggesting we do, but in the meantime, we've forgotten about the high achieving kids. I think I'm speaking to each and every one of you, as I know many, if not most of your kids, and they're in the higher ranks in their classes. Wouldn't you have wanted them to get a challenging and engaging education just as much as special needs parents want their kids engaged at school? How many of your higher level kids complained that they were bored because the teacher covered something the 4th or 5th time? Which I commend the teachers that they did that, but shouldn't we allow those upper level kids to be in classes that are at their level? clear-cut policies regarding rules for taking classes, as well as putting a stronger effort into recruiting teachers with certifications or offering our current staff to get higher certifications to teach higher level classes should be number one priority this year. If kids know what to expect and can see the benefits, they will take the harder classes. We wouldn't have enrollment in AP Calc and dual credit history if students weren't up to the challenge. Thank you for hanging in with me this long, and thank you for considering your time and consideration in these matters. I'm happy to sit down with any one of you that might serve on the policy committee and talk about some of the things that Dr. DeBoer and I talked about. I hope to open up communication with Mr. Bailey and I assume Mr. Bleeker.
No.
No, okay. I hope to open up communication with you guys and look into what we can do for academics for our students. Our number one, I don't know what you want to say, motto should be to educate our students. And I feel that we're not meeting those higher level kids, we're leaving them behind. I have a very high achieving student who didn't have any homework last year because she had all this extra time in the classes because she was bored in the classes she was in. And that shouldn't happen. Our kids should be challenged, and I know some of the things I addressed affect some of your kids directly. And so I appreciate your consideration.
All right, we will go ahead and move to item number 7 on the agenda, the conflict of interest disclosures.
I have none.
Okay, seeing none, we will move to the consent agenda. Any questions regarding the consent agenda?
I make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second.
First, Matt, second from Jared. All those in favor of approving the consent agenda, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes. All right, we'll move on to item 9, new business. We need to set the business manager and employee bonds, item 8.
These are not changed. It's just an additional insurance bond on the business manager and the administrative secretary in the district office.
All right, now we'll move to item B, appoint school board members to committee.
These are individual motions.
These are individual?
Yes, sorry to interrupt.
That's all right. Can I
All
get,
of them to set the bond.
Okay.
I don't know what the amount is, but whatever the amount is.
500,000 on the business manager and 150 on the secretary.
Move to set the bond at 500 and 100,000.
Second?
okay, first Jason, second Karen. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes. We will move to item 9B, appoint school board members to committees. All right.
So
Yeah, go ahead.
if you're open to discussion, I know that I had shared with each of you individually prior to the meeting, just based on feedback that I got previously where I thought we should line up. And in that statement, I would say nominated, but also maybe requested that Matt stay on the negotiations committee. I know, so Angie, were you this last year? So when we go for negotiations, I guess, for discussion, I guess I would recommend, since we're having people rotate through things, Matt stay on and Karen would be the appointee for the negotiations committee with Matt for this coming year. That would be my recommendation.
That's something you want to do, I think that's a good
I
idea.
think that's fine, yeah. Matt, Karen?
You want to do that, Matt?
I guess.
If it makes you feel any better, I was running through the rotation in my head after you sent this to me, Jared. If we continue to rotate, the next time it's your turn to be president, we'll have, one of the rest of us will have 2 years negotiation experience and everybody should have 1. So, it'd be a good, and then a president with 20 years of experience.
The next
maybe
time,
next up.
the next time it's my turn to be president, I won't be on the school board.
I think we just gotta like
I
Was that
did.
last year? Oh, okay.
Yeah, 2 more years.
All right, should we move to the budget committee? Thoughts on the budget committee?
Can I provide a thought?
Mhm.
Somebody from negotiations should also be on budget.
Yeah, I would agree with that. They go hand in hand.
Do
Okay,
you like budget?
that's fine. I'll do both.
I've avoided it for 17 years. It's not
Well,
you.
now we know Matt's kryptonite. Budget committee. Last year it was
You
policies.
you wouldn't want me on the budget committee.
I think I got a good year on both.
Well, Kim makes it fairly easy.
I'll just be honest, yeah. All right, who else would like to be on the budget committee? Or anybody have?
I think, have you been on it yet?
I've done budget once,
Have you?
the first year. I'm willing
Is
to do
anybody
it.
not?
I don't necessarily have
Yeah, I think
any committee.
we've all been on
vacancies.
budget.
Okay, I think Jason has a very good budget mind, so if I can make a request.
Sure.
I'm good.
Karen and Jason on budget. Let's see here, facilities.
Nobody ever seems to want it. It doesn't.
Do you want to
matter.
stay on that one?
But we can definitely rotate. I think I've been on facilities this whole time.
I know
So
we,
it's
okay.
however
And
we want to handle it. I'm willing to do it, but I don't need to either.
I'll do facilities.
Facilities. Okay, so Jason and Matt, and then did we wanna, I know we,
Unless you want it there.
I'm okay.
It doesn't.
I'm okay.
okay, I know we wanna, talk about like security and I definitely wanna have part in that. We can either have that like a subcommittee within the facilities committee, or make it its own. Does anybody have strong opinions one way or the other? Discussion around,
I'd just have a crossover from facilities to school safety. Just have somebody that's on one, be on the other.
okay,
You know what I mean?
so have a school safety committee and have somebody from facilities be on school safety. So
I'd like to do it
I would
budget
volunteer myself to be on school safety if one of the two of you would like to join me on that one.
I'll do
So that would be Angie and Matt then? Okay.
School safety. Matt, okay.
And I'm happy to stay on policy.
I can stay on policy as well.
Aaron and Jared will stay on policy, strategic planning.
So I just have one thing that I've mentioned to some of you just in conversation. Maybe I'm overthinking this, underthinking this, or whatever, but my thought was we keep committee assignments the way they are now until September to allow the strategic planning committee to finally see this thing to publication. I'm willing to do that just as an assignment too. I don't have to be on the committee. I don't know what anybody's thoughts are about that. I haven't done enough thinking on it to know if there's overlap or conflict. It was just a thought I had. We just start this in September, we can do a clean handoff. I don't know what anybody else's
Can we
thoughts
do
are.
that? Is there any,
Typically you appoint your committees at the July meeting just for direction of the new school year.
and then just, can we have them kind of
You can have them help you.
help us through
It's not
at least, or?
Not like you can't talk to them about strategic planning, right?
We assume you would have an opinion either way.
Well, yeah. It's
Well,
more about, it's more
lives
about,
on
I don't-
his computer, so.
I don't want to hand off this mess like in the last minute is really what it is. But I'm comfortable doing that just as an assignment, or you make me an alternate and I write off in the sunset in September or however, I don't know. Like I said, I probably overthought it.
I think you could, if you really wanted to keep it the same till September, you could table the strategic planning committee.
Do just that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you
no.
table
Still
it
move the rest.
till publication and then we look at it in the October meeting.
Well, I guess the other question is, does anybody else want the strategic planning committee? Because if nobody wants it, you might be stuck anyway.
I guess I didn't.
And then it's a moot point.
I mean, I would be willing, if Jason wants to keep it, I'd be willing to help you with it. If you want to give up one.
I think it's a good idea to get some fresh faces in there. Karen and I have talked about this at our last, when we had a committee meeting a week ago or whatever, and she wants to stay with it. I think that's great. If you want to steer the
Do you
ship,
want to stay with it?
I'm okay walking
Yeah,
away
I
after.
mean,
Or should we just
I
table it?
think we can just table
Let's
it,
table it for
because I
now.
might have different feelings once it's finally done, and also since I get budget and membership.
Your policy, you're a glutton.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I'm good with tabling it, and then we'll just do that then later.
That's fine with me. I just want to see that part through. And we're almost
table
there.
that until
Say
it's
2 years.
to publication, being published or whatever. All right. And then I think we have, is it insurance or something? Other one? Or do we not have all on your committees?
Facilities negotiations,
We
budget
did
finance
get
policy.
We got rid of that one.
So can we get that?
Yeah.
I know which one you're thinking, we did get.
There was a couple that just
Dropped off.
dropped off
Okay, so we get
and
it.
only bring back the,
Did I miss any?
nope, you got them all.
Well, and I had mentioned to Jared when we were discussing it, should we or do we need to start a lunch committee just since we're bringing it in-house?
I don't think so,
Okay,
not this time, but I can
Not
always
yet.
let you guys know if
Right.
that changes.
right, but I mean, we've got bigger plans for it, so I mean, you
Yeah.
know, it might become
Maybe when we get there.
great.
Maybe.
I will say, speaking from experience as a school that was part of the Dakota 15 previously,
Yeah,
and now having, is that a year? I think we're in very good hands.
sure, right, but that's not where we're looking to go with it long-term, so I mean,
Yeah, it's not where we're stopping.
right,
I don't know that we need it even then, but I'll let you
really,
know.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't know, I mean,
I
like,
think we're okay.
we had a transportation committee, you know,
Sure,
just
just
to,
start that up.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I'll report back.
okay, well, just, yeah, keep in mind that it's something that if you need, basically to get some board input and kind of, I don't know how you want to say it, some help from the board and help for the book, for somebody to communicate things that are going on, you know, to make it work better.
All right, good to know that's an option.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
All right. So then I need a motion to approve, committee members as discussed. Do I need to cover them all again, or are we good?
Nope.
Okay.
I got it. Unless you want.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Okay, so we have first by Matt, second by Jason. All those in favor say aye.
Right?
Opposed, nay. Motion passes. All right, 9C, authorize to publish fiscal year 2027 salaries. Any questions, or can I get a motion to approve to publish fiscal year 2027 salaries?
I will make that motion.
I'll second.
Okay, first by Jared, second by Jason. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes. All right, item 9D, approved pay rates. Also need a motion to approve pay rates for 2027.
There's no changes, right? Same as last year. I'll move to approve the figures.
Okay, first by Jason,
I'll second.
Karen second. All those in favor, please say aye. Opposed, nay. Motion passes. Move to 9E, acknowledge review of open meeting laws.
I asked this privately, but I'll ask it for the whole group. Are there any changes we need to be aware of since?
So when this, last year was our first year that we, as school boards, had to acknowledge this, this was a 2023 version, and the Attorney General's office did not have it updated. So this is updated prior to your last reorganizational meeting. As far as changes go, very few and far between.
Any other questions, comments? No? Okay, then I will entertain a motion to approve or acknowledge review of open meeting laws.
Make that motion.
I'll second.
First by Karen, second by Jared, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes. And then 9F, OI contract.
Oh, yeah, so, Ty, you want to speak to this?
You go ahead and I will
Okay.
chime in.
All right, as you guys know, we were in a 5-year contract with OI for athletic training. It ended in May. Upon review of the actual contract was quite ambiguous and there was ultimately an automatic renewal in there for additional 5 years. I sent that off to Tyler Coverdale of KSB School Law to review, and long story short, he didn't feel like without a huge fight on our hands, if we even wanted to, we could entertain something different. But since then, Ty and I have met with Brad Fifley yesterday and discussed the contract and their logic behind why they would want to do a 5-year contract. And I know that Patrick Starr is an absolute rock star with the kids and with the coaches at Dell Rapids, and he is OI. And Brad explained that he wants 5-year contracts with schools because he's able to offer really 5 and then going on to 10. Good, he can recruit and retain good athletic trainers to put into schools where schools are changing providers year in, year out. It's hard for them to retain really good athletic trainers. So based on that, and I don't think there was anybody necessarily upset with OI or the product that they offer in Patrick, again, like so Ross. So based on all of those things, Ty and I agree, and also Kim, that our recommendation would be to go ahead and enter into an additional 5-year agreement with OI. And along with that, Brad is going to work with the
Sioux Falls Specialty
Hospital, because up until this current year, they also did a donation to the boosters of $20,000. And they are going to revisit that, and that will be again offered to the boosters. One more addition, we don't have the final contract, but there will be an addendum that would also offer additional, maybe off-season training, summer camps, jump trainers, and things like that, it would be part of this to offer to our volleyball and basketball teams, things like that. So, after the review, the conversation, the logic, and just the consistency of service that they provided and quality, we just felt very confident that an additional 5-year agreement would be good.
Will it automatically roll on in 5 years, or is it 5 years?
So that is something we will be more cognizant of this year as we work through the complete finalization of that.
It is written in the contract that for a period of 180 days prior to the expiration of the 10-year term, the party shall negotiate a renewal under such terms as part of both parties mutually agree. So there is a window that
Gives you an option
Yeah.
there. Okay.
And ultimately, we were outside of that, and with transition and everything, with me coming in. So it's technically the dates that I think end of May, this meeting that took place yesterday should have happened, so.
Any questions? Okay, then I will entertain a motion to approve the OI contract.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
First by Jared, second by Matt. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes. All right, moving on to 10. Item number 1, superintendent report.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm happy to be here. Appreciate the opportunity. First few days have been a bit of a whirlwind with learning the new systems and things and the ins and outs, but it's been great. Kim's a wonderful teacher. Her and Sarah have been holding my hand, which is very kind of them. Just meeting everybody, that comes into the school, it's a great place to work, it's exciting. So with that, we hit the ground running, so Mr. Bleeker came with some issues on roofing, which I know you guys are familiar with roof issues and stuff like that. So Mr. Bleeker, Ty, and I have kind of been three-headed monster in addressing those, and had a service tech here from Trimco, I believe that was last Thursday, and they've actually identified we have some leakage over here in some classrooms. It's a faulty drain. It's just been years that it's just wear and tear. So the service tech did a temporary patch repair on it, and with the half-inch rain last time I went check first and I got here, we did not see any leaks anywhere. So that's a positive thing. Trimco is recommending that they will come back right before the school year starts and readdress that seal that they have on the drain and revisit the other patches they have on there. So fingers crossed that we make it for the rest of the summer. And we get additional hard rains to test out those seals. So Ty and I will meet with Trimco next week to discuss that further and to discuss the plan for what's currently in place with Trimco, what's happened in the past, and kind of the plan going forward to just really give us a firm understanding of where we're at there. So we'll just keep an eye on that. And then I had a meeting with Brad Fightley from OI yesterday. And then on June 30th, Compass, which used to be Ty, is offering, it's called the AI Strategy and Roadmap Workshop on July 30th at Southeast Tech. So I've invited the principals and Mr. Crum and a board member, if anybody was willing to come to this, ultimately a conference, a meeting on beginning to develop your district-wide policies and practices that align to AI. And because Compass is kind of the tech entity in our state, they will provide additional level of understanding when it comes to AI and things that are out there, things that kids are using and whatnot. So I think it's just a really good way for us to begin that plan and continue building on it going forward as far as when it comes down to setting some of those AI policies and what's allowed, whatnot.
What day is that?
That is July 30th, day of the week. I'm not sure. It's 9 to 4. The training comes at no cost to the district due to some additional funding.
Could I check my work schedule and get back to you?
Absolutely.
I would potentially be interested in attending.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say we have one of our policy committee members that we did, but
I'd love to go, but I'm leaving on vacation shortly after that, so taking another day off work is probably not going well.
I'll also circle back. Try very hard to keep an open mind. It doesn't work most of the time.
Sounds good. Anyway, so that is upcoming, and that will be kind of, hopefully not the first time, but one of the first things we'll get together and try to add anything as long as they can all make it. Obviously, they're not under contract yet, but they have been invited, so. And then at the August board meeting, I ran this by Jared and Kim and Mr. Crum, that since we do everything, we share all the board documents via Google Docs. Mr. Crum we have some spare Chromebooks that we could just put all of the board documents, and you each have a board computer in front of you with all of the documents in electronic form. So if you don't mind, I would like to try that next month instead of killing some trees, that we would try and move into the technological age. However, if you want more paper copies, we will make those as well. But very interesting. And then you don't have to look at them in your phone.
Right.
yeah. that would
The
be-
tray will be a little bit bigger.
That's why I bring my glasses.
And then, last thing I have written down is the SDSSA summer conference is July 20th to the 22nd. So I'll be out in Oklahoma those 3 days. So, which is our one conference. And then, after today's meeting, take a deep breath and get into the strategic plan, look at the handbooks. I would love to have a conversation with you and Mr. Bleeker together and just to learn more and just continue to work to build relationships and be familiarized myself with the district. And if there's anything you need from me, please ask. And I'm looking forward to the opportunity. So thank you guys.
Same, by the way.
All right, we'll move to number 2, 10.2. Committee reports and or board comments.
I'll give you a quick update on strategic plan. We're close. I know I've been saying that forever. Trust me, I feel that as intimately as anybody in the room. But we've got a to-do list down on paper. There are 33 action items for the strategic plan. From things as simple as changing the date on the front cover to completely redoing pictures and bios for the new leadership. For the rest of you that don't really have action items, you don't need to get into it, but there's a couple things I do want to highlight. We need a new board group photo with Mr. Bailey. So if everybody can show up in spirit wear at our next board meeting, I think we can accomplish that then. We'll also have a 90% draft for you to review by then. The only outliers from that draft should be essentially new staff photo, which Mr. Bailey is going to orchestrate when they meet for their in-processing and all that in August. I think he said the 18th. So the plan is just get everything done except for that photo. Drop that photo in, send it off to the printer, and get her done. I think that's really all you need to know as a group. If anybody has any questions. Oh, I almost jumped over what might seem the most important part. Don't freak out when I say this. We're going to add 4 pages. We're not adding 4 pages of new content. It has to do with the way that printers are set up. And what we wanted to do was put a little bit in there about progress that was made during the first year of the strategic plan, kind of highlight success. And then also with all of the admin turnover, including the new AD, we thought it would be nice if the entire leadership team got a spot for a bio. So while it's 4 new pages, it's not 4 new pages of content, and we're not changing any of the meat and potatoes. I might do a little bit of reorganization because that also allows us to declutter some things that we weren't totally happy with but may work. So you get a chance to see all this in the next meeting. But
Did you want to go over the report card at all?
no, because if we can if you want, but we're still working on the report card. Mr. Bailey has not had a chance to go through it with either of us. And in my opinion, he has more important things to do right now. So when he's got some free time, whatever that is, 2030. As soon as he's available, we'll get his input on that. And we're still gonna accomplish that as soon as possible. I don't want to give you a hard date on when the report card's gonna be done because I want to make sure that Mr. Bailey has as much time as he feels is appropriate to do what he wants to do and get input from his subordinate leaders before we commit to anything. But we have a solid, what I'm calling a dirty draft that just highlights, our metrics according to the strategic plan. And it's going to be really up to Mr. Bailey how we integrate that all into something that we can present to the public. But it's very important, in my opinion, that he's involved in every step of that because it's his job to see that strategic plan through. So it's important that he understands. So, questions on either one of those 2 items? Did I forget anything from our
I think
meeting
that was
next week?
everything.
So just dress up next month and look out for the final draft next month.
Bring the pom-pom snack.
We'll,
Take 'em out.
we'll get this thing print by the September meeting. So.
If you forget a shirt, we have some options up there.
It's
Yeah,
handy.
there you go. The old jerseys.
That would actually be something.
Yeah. We might have some old stuff I could dig out, I don't know. All right. Any other comments? Anything? Okay. Next regular meeting then, August 10th at 7 PM. Does that work for everybody? Just need to check
Mhm.
quick on my calendar.
Well, you guys are looking, I know you get the information, but the joint conference, ASB, ESD, SASD joint conference has gotta be that week before that, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So, I'm assuming you got emails from Tyler Pick or somebody on that.
That's right, 5, 6, 7th of August.
Yeah, that would be my guess, that Wednesday.
It's usually.
There's a new, I know there's a new board president workshop, maybe on Wednesday typically.
Yeah, the first day.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We usually well, I guess there was a couple of us that had done the last couple of years, you know.
The first year that all four of us
We all
went,
went.
you and I went last year.
Yeah, just remind me that that's coming up too.
Can you tell me again those dates? August?
It's gotta be that first Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
5, 6, and 7.
5, 6.
Maybe it's Thursday.
I am out of town those days.
It's
so I won't be able to attend.
Okay. I'll see if I can swing it again, because I do like to go. They've got
Some
really, really great information and good breakout sessions and stuff.
6th through the 7th, so yeah, the first day would be the 5th.
Okay.
The pre-conference.
All right. My schedule looks fine for August 10th at 7. Anybody have any conflicts? All right, so we will keep our next regular meeting August 10th at 7 PM. Next agenda item would be executive session if necessary.
No.
Nothing there, okay? All right, then we can move to adjourn, so I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll move to adjourn.
A second.
First by Matt, second by Jared. All those in favor, please say aye. Opposed, nay. We are adjourned at 8:05.
So, Kim, do I sign these, or do they need to be amended?
What's that?
Do I sign these documents, or do they need to be amended?
You would have been under the direction at the time.
Yep.
So you would sign it. Yep.
Just wanted to verify before I went
Yeah,
crazy.
no, you'll start signing next month. Also, we'll need to get you a stamp.